28-year-old multimillionaire, and if I had to start over today from scratch with literally $0, this is exactly what I would do to get rich again. And growing up, we had absolutely no money. I had no real mentors, and I was the first one in my bloodline to figure all this out. At around 20 years old, I made my first $100,000 through the internet. But then 2 years later, I blew it all and I had to start all over again from scratch. I honestly thought I was cooked at that time because this time I wasn't starting from zero. I had racked up over $30,000 in debt, but thankfully, by the grace of God, I bounced back, and in the last 5 years, I made over $10 million online through e-commerce, digital products, and software. So let me tell you exactly what I did to get back on my feet and reach financial freedom in just a few years. It all starts with making that first $10,000. This is the hardest part of the entire journey. And a big reason for that is that most people are trying to do it by starting a business, when this is a huge mistake. And I'm speaking from experience here. So if you want to speed run your first $10,000, don't start a business. Do this instead. Now, to start putting some money in your pocket and take that leap from $0 to $10,000, I recommend you do something called unleveraged work. Now look, it's not gonna be the most glamorous thing ever, but it's gonna get you to that 10K mark faster than almost anything else on the planet. When I talk about unleveraged work, I mean that the money you make is tied directly to your time and effort alone. I'm talking about things like working a regular 9 to 5, doing side hustles like DoorDash or mobile detailing, or just reselling old stuff around your house. So for you specifically, it can be as simple as going to work a 9 to 5 job, but don't stop at that. And in your free time, you need to be figuring out how you can get money coming in from another source. But if you're broke watching this video with $0 or a couple $100, you need to be aggressively accumulating capital like your life depends on. I suggest you guys go out, work a regular 9 to 5, and lock in on a side hustle that will build you a skill that we can later use to start a leveraged and scalable business. All right, so the next level is trying to save up your first 30K. I'll tell you the reason why this is, and it's that nobody ever prioritizes mastering one skill. Going from 10 to 30,000 is simply a matter of getting so good at one skill that you can sell it for a lot of money to businesses that need it. And I'm not the biggest fan of the A to C business model for making millions, but it is by far one of the best ways you can stack up your first 50K, because businesses can pay you anywhere from $1,000 to $5,000 a month. The first one, with no surprise, is AI. And as a result of this, companies are paying thousands of dollars to anyone who can help them integrate it into their business. Like AI lead generation, setting up systems where you're sending out outbound emails for potential customers and validating those leads with AI. Or AI receptionists. People call into companies, and instead of having a girl at the front desk for 30 grand a year, you can have an AI bot doing it for $1,000 a month. A perfect example of this is a friend of mine named Wyatt Roderick.